I have to say, I have very John Wick hair today, so like I gotta wash it. This is I can't. I have to say, I can't take any more of that. I can't. I just can't do it. Honestly, yeah. I literally was trying to fix like one of the screen things, and it just died on me. So I think it's just it's basically like my computer attacked me. By the way, well, we are. I think we talked about Melissa Carone and her what she did time over. You guys saw that, right? I want to bring one more thing up before we leave. I don't know if they have the audio of that though. So many things have just been like they're in looking for video to pilfer. It gets tough sometimes because a lot of this stuff is just stupid to start with. But none of it is like, oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. There it is. There is let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Here we go. Now, so they have 41 seconds, 55. Yeah, so 126. So Trump today, let me see if I can bring this up on its own. Operation Warp Speed. We'll finish on this because I can't do any more of that craziness with Roseanne. Here we go.
Trump.
Okay, here we go. So Trump he signed an executive order behind a tiny little desk at Operation Fartsteed today, and I'm sorry I don't have Captain's log to go to as far as audio, but here we go. This is a miracle. One we all say hello to. By the way, this is the room behind the press room that they used as the little theater that had, if you'll recall back in the day, had the little shelves on it about the pharmacies and what it was going to be like when they got all the PPE. Remember that? So nice to get a round of sycophant applause. It doesn't feel very good because most of you don't like me.
Thank you very much.
Please, have a seat. You're all going to be looking for a job in a couple days.
Please. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. I'm honored to welcome doctors, scientists, industry executives, and state and local leaders to our historic Operation Warp Speed
Captain's log.
Vaccine Summit. It's been some...
By the way, it's been some summit so far. This is some summit. Pfizer and Moderna did not show up, by the way.
Journey for all of us. It's been an incredible success.
Hasn't it?
We're grateful to be joined by Vice President Mike Pence, who has done an absolutely...
We're so glad he could be here in the White House.
Incredible job on the coronavirus task force. Mike, thank you. Stand up, Mike. Great job.
You weren't able to get Moderna and Pfizer here, but whatever.
We're here to discuss a monumental national achievement. From the instant the coronavirus invaded our shores, we raced into action to
No, you dragged ass for months.
develop a safe and effective vaccine.
Who's we?
At breakneck speed.
Is your neck okay?
It would normally take 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or even more.
You mean if you're comparing it to what, AIDS and anything that was created before vaccines?
In order to achieve this goal,
some diseases had been around for millennia before science even existed.
We harness the full power of government.
Yeah, good point. It's a scummit.
The genius of American scientists and the might of American industry to save millions and millions of lives all over the world. We're just days away from authorization from the FDA, and we're pushing them hard, at which point
Why?
We will immediately begin mass distribution.
Why is he out of breath?
For Operation Warp Speed, the
Captain's log.
typical time frame for development and approval, as you know, could be infinity. And we were very, very happy
could be infinity. What?
Could be infinity. And we were very, very happy that we were able to get things done at a
Before infinity? A clock?
level that nobody has ever seen before. The gold standard vaccine
It's amazing. It's almost as if Apple has phones like nobody in the 70s would ever suspect would ever be possible.
has been done in less than 9 months.
Phones are so much better and faster than they were during the original Spanish flu pandemic.
On behalf of the entire nation, I want to thank everyone here today who has been involved in this extraordinary American initiative. I also want to recognize
Slow down. Make sentences.
members of my administration who have worked tirelessly
Because no one else showed up.
in this effort.
I'd like to thank my mom and my sister and everybody who showed up at my party that I threw, and my cousin who lives upstairs, and my dad's friend who's always over when my dad's out of town, and my mom invited him. And I want to thank my dog. Where's my dog?
Alex Azar, please, Alex. Where's Alex? Thank you, Alex.
Where has he been? The room is a postage stamp. He's right there. Look at him scan the room for Alex Azar. Alex is in the front row to his left.
Effort. Alex Azar, please, Alex. Where's Alex? Thank you, Alex.
Where is he? Where's? Oh, hi, Alex. Were you there the whole time?
Great job.
You know me. I don't scan a room before I come into it.
Monsef Slawi, where are you, Monsef? Thank you very much. Great job.
All of these people are in the front row.
A man who's now going to be very important, General Gus Perna. I have no doubt about it, right?
Right? Sure. Why not?
Logistics. Jared Kushner's worked so hard. Where's Jared? Jared?
What's
wherever you
Jared
may
look
be.
like?
Thank you, Jared.
Jared's not there. Jared didn't even show up.
Dr. Deborah Birx. Deborah? Thank you.
Deborah Birx, where Deborah? Where? Oh yeah, there you are, right in the front row. How the hell is he not seeing these people who are literally right in front of him? Everybody he looks for, he does a scan of the room and goes, "Oh, there you are." What the hell?
Dr. Deborah Birx.
Watch this. Where is she? Where is she?
Deborah?
Where is she? Where is she? There she is.
Sorry.
Front row, right in front of me in this tiny friggin' room.
Much, Deborah.
Like it's I swear to God, he's just looking around to make the room look bigger.
Admiral Brett Guar. Where is Brett? Great job you've been doing, Brett.
There he is. Also in the front row.
Surgeon General Jerome Adams. Jerome, thank you very much. Terrific.
I saw you right away because you're the only black person here.
Dr. Robert Redfield. Robert, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Bigger than everybody else, so you can spot him right away.
Administrator Seema Verma. Seema, thank you.
Yeah, where's Seema? Seema, thank you. Right there. Again, they're all in the front
Dr. Peter Marks. Peter? Where's Peter? Thank you.
row. Where's Peter? Peter, I can't find him. Thank you, in general, for existing, Peter. Wherever you may be.
Paul Mango.
Paul Mango. I'm sure that's a real name. It sure as shit doesn't sound like one. Paul.
Peter. Thank you. Paul Mango.
Sorry.
Where's Peter? Thank you. Paul Mango.
Gary Papaya, right. Johnny Clementine.
Adam Bowler. And
And Fred Tennis.
Brad Smith. Thank you very much. Great job. Thank you all very much. Incredible job. And many others also.
Also many others. And I hear clapping, so all of you who are here.
Many, many others.
Many.
We're also grateful to be joined by Governors Greg Abbott. Where's Greg?
Greg, thank you for the hand job. Appreciate it. Thanks for suing on my behalf.
Bill Lee. Bill? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
We found him. He's in the front row. He's to your left.
Ron DeSantis. Ron? Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great job, Ron. And John Bell Edwards. John Bell. Thank you.
John Bell. He just calls him John Bell. John Bell. How's it going, John Bell?
Thank you, John Bell. Thank you very much. As well as Senator John Barrasso, who's a fantastic doctor also, by the way, I have to say. When I need info on that subject, I call up John. Thank you, John, very much.
Really? Are we going to find out he's a podiatrist? Do I have to look it up?
Senator Steve Daines, congratulations on a great win. Great win. That was easier than you thought, it turned out, right? It was a little easier than you thought.
Well, it was easier than you had it.
Great going. We're proud of you. Congressman Greg Walden.
But of course, his entire election was a fraud, because if they cheated you, why didn't they cheat him? So clearly.
Greg, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Congressman Brad Wenstrup. Thank you.
It's like naming everybody that would already be there anyways.
Brad, great job.
Michael Hunt.
And many, many others.
Yeah, many, many more. Too many to mention.
My administration provided a total of $14 billion to accelerate vaccine development.
Oh, yeah? How much did you ask for? Because you asked for 2, and the Democrats gave you 8, and then supplemented even more in the CARES Act.
And to manufacture all of the top candidates in advance.
Well, except for 2 of them.
Long in advance.
Long in advance. How do you manufacture them long in advance?
As a result of...
We started manufacturing them before they even came up with, before COVID started.
Of this unprecedented investment, we are exceedingly proud that both Pfizer and Moderna have announced that their vaccines are approximately 95% effective.
Why don't you thank the presidents of Pfizer and Moderna? Why don't you thank some of their top scientists and, of course, their marketing director and some of the other people that are there? Clearly there today. Can you?
Which is a number that nobody expected to be able to get to, far exceeding anything that really that anybody thought. We went out and we said, what do you think a maximum would be? And I think doctors, we all came up to the conclusion that something like that would be really incredible. We have other...
The standard that he put forth and made the FDA use, by the way, is 50-50. That it has to be 50% effective against placebo, compared to a placebo. That was the standard. Moderna and Pfizer didn't partake in that because they ran their own study. That's why they ended up with a 92 to 95%.
Candidates looking right now. We have
Tony Calamari.
Some big ones that we're going to be announcing very soon. We have some companies, great companies out
You mean the ones that actually work with Warp Speed who still haven't launched one?
there. You all know about Johnson & Johnson
Still doesn't have one?
and others. And
Well, others like what?
they're all coming in, and they're coming
They're all coming. Guys, they're all coming.
in very quickly.
They're all coming quickly. We got a cure for everything except premature ejaculation, but I hear one is coming quickly.
We expect to have some news on that very shortly.
Yeah, why not? Why wait to have your summit until somebody else has come up with a new piece of news?
And we have worked very well with the companies, but if for any reason we have any problems, we will be instituting the Defense Production Act, and we will make sure that we don't have any problems for very long. We've instituted it before. 2 additional
For what? To make it?
companies, AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson. As you know, the Johnson & Johnson's a one-dose, one-shot vaccine, so we're going to see how that works. That would
Yeah, we'll see.
be very helpful if that all came out, and I think it probably will also.
It probably would be I feel much better. Listen to this.
Be very helpful if that all came out, and I think it probably will also.
Well, that sounds like science. Did they get that from this? Listen to that shit.
Johnson & Johnson's a one-dose, one-shot vaccine, so we're going to see how that works. That would be very helpful if that all came out, and I think it probably
man.
will also.
Probably.
They're showing tremendous promise.
Tremendous.
All of them. Tremendous problem.
Tremendous problem. I'm sorry.
We're very hopeful that the FDA
Tremendous problem.
will authorize the Pfizer vaccine within days. We've got to get it moving. And Moderna vaccine
We got to get it moving. What's all this checking shit?
almost immediately.
Look, this is how it works. I get on the plane takes off. I don't give a shit if your guys are done checking all the hydraulics and making sure the landing gear works and running through a checklist. That's not my business. I sit in the first class lounge. You board me. I assume the rest of that shit has been done.
Thereafter, large numbers of tests and samples have been done, so hopefully that'll go very quickly. If authorized, tens
Large numbers of samplings and tests.
of millions of vaccine doses will be available this month, and we'll get it distributed very quickly. We'll have that all set, and hundreds of millions more will quickly follow. Every American who wants the vaccine will be able to get the vaccine, and we think by spring we're going to be in a position that nobody would have believed possible just a few months ago. You know,
That's exactly the target point that's been going on that people have been talking about since May.
amazing, really amazing. They say it's somewhat of a miracle, and I think that's true. The plan we put forward prioritizes the elderly and patients with underlying conditions, as well as healthcare workers and first responders. The
First what? Sorry?
underlying conditions, as well as healthcare workers and first responders. The
First responders?
with underlying conditions, as well as healthcare workers and first responders.
First responders.
The ultimate decision rests with the governors of the various states.
Yeah, so it's not my responsibility. I'm just kind of,
And I hope the governors make wise decisions who
while you're golfing.
will decide where the vaccines will go in their state and who will get them first. We urge the governors to put America's seniors first, and also I think those who work with seniors, which obviously you're going to have to do that. I think they have to go together. And doctors,
You think?
nurses, first responders, et cetera. This will quickly and dramatically reduce deaths and hospitalizations, and within a short period of time, I think we want to get back to normal. It's a very standard phrase. We want to just get back to normal, get back
It's a very standard phrase. It's nothing, I didn't invent it.
to where we were a little more than 9 months ago. We were doing
A little more than 9 months ago. Which, by the way, 2 months ago he was saying 7 months ago. He means right before the lockdown, which is basically where we were 2 weeks ago.
incredibly. And in many respects, we're still doing incredibly with our stock markets and everything else, which are hitting all new highs.
It's December. 9 months ago was March. March was, we were starting to see the shit hit the fan, dummy. February was when the recession actually officially started. What you want to do is go back to a year ago, but you can't say that because then people go, wait a minute, you knew a year ago.
We've already finalized a partnership with Walgreens and CVS, whose executives join us today. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. We appreciate it
They were already there.
very much.
But he couldn't get Pfizer and Moderna, the people who came up with it, but he got Walgreens and CVS to be there.
And they will deliver vaccines directly to nursing homes as soon as
As soon as the people clip their coupon. Mom, they have an app. I know. I just rather have I don't trust it. This isn't even for this week. This is for next week. This is for my gummies.
states request that they do so. Later today, General Gus Perna will outline the detailed plan to rapidly distribute the vaccine to every state, territory, and tribe. States have designated over 50,000 sites that will receive the vaccine. We've worked very closely with the states. Actually, we've had very good relationships with the governors. I almost think all of the governors.
I almost think all of the governors.
Good relationships with the governors. I almost think all of the governors, at least in those conference calls that are somewhat secret, other than sometimes on occasion, Mike, the press will break in, which is fine too. It's amazing how
That is hilarious. I give him a laugh. I don't know what to laugh at though. Laugh at that.
which is fine too. It's amazing how you leave those rooms and about 10 seconds later, there wasn't even time for a leak. They were on the call, but that's all right. So you assume that. You always assume that. But they'll
You do? Well, then why are you caught off guard by it? And why wouldn't they be listening in on it?
be going through pharmacies, hospitals, healthcare providers, through our partnership with FedEx, UPS, and
They're just going to mail it to everybody. So check your doorstep, everybody.
McKesson. We'll ship doses from warehouses directly to the designated sites, and we're thrilled to be joined by representatives of those really great American companies. Those companies have worked with us, and they've been incredible to work with, and I want to
Have
thank
they been incredible and fantastic?
you all for being here. Please, thank you very much.
Please clap for me and stand up.
Thank you very much. As I've stated all along, and I guess as you saw pretty vividly, I heard about what they were going to show prior to my coming. You saw that very few people thought that this was possible. Of course, they'll be saying now, we always told you it was so, but we have them saying a little bit different. But
they played a video before he came out that said, there's not gonna be a vaccine. It'll be next year before everybody can get vaccinated. And then that's exactly what's happening.
it has been incredible, and it will end the pandemic. It will end the pandemic, and we're working with other nations, as you see actually by looking at your screen today. We're working very closely with other nations.
You mean Belgium, because that's where the Pfizer thing came from. They flew it in.
Also to get the vaccines out to other nations. And
You mean to fly it to here and then fly it back to Belgium?
And that's very important. We work with the world. We're working with the world. We have great companies, and we're working with the world. In just a few minutes, I'll sign an executive order to ensure that the United States government prioritizes the getting.
Prioritizes?
Ensure
What?
that the United States government prioritizes the.
Prioritizes?
Ensure that the United States government prioritizes the getting out of the vaccine to American citizens before.
Is that maybe he had problems reading a sentence that says prioritizes the getting out of the vaccine to American citizens, because who would write that on paper?
Prioritizes the getting out of the vaccine to American citizens before sending it to other nations.
You think it's the priority of the American government to vaccinate Americans?
Now, if necessary, I told you we'll invoke the Defense Production Act, but we don't think it'll be necessary. If it is, it's a very powerful act, as you know, because we've used it very, very successfully.
Jesus Christ. You haven't.
While we begin to
You haven't.
swiftly deploy the vaccine, we'll continue to
You
expand.
only have 20 million doses. If you're not going to pull the DPA right now, when do you think you're going to do it?
The availability of groundbreaking therapies. Since April, advances in treatments have already helped reduce the mortality rate by 85%. Think of that.
No. You're still using the numbers from August. This asshole. Guys, we talked about this during all these goddamn rallies. This idiot has still said 85%. We're at the same death rate right now. We have the same number of deaths every day as we had in April when it was really bad. It's nearly identical. Like, he keeps saying this. He's got that number. And this time they wrote it on his paper. Are they all trying to lie him into a corner? Next thing he's going to tell us is they got a 91% of approval rating with the VA.
85%. It's an incredible number.
Yeah, it is. And it's not true anymore. That's midsummer.
I've delivered on my solemn promise to make the antibody treatments, they're brilliant, they're highly successful, available to every American, and we're doing that free of cost, totally free of cost. So we're making them available, and they're available now.
No, they're not.
And if somebody gets sick, it works where they go and they get treatment if that's what the doctors are prescribing. And it's been incredible, the success. And when you hear 85%, that's some number to me.
Yeah, it's not true anymore. What the hell are you talking about? Why, has the death rate not stalled if you're now making that available for everyone and all they have to do is prescribe it? So it's really not, guys, it's not the fact that there aren't enough of those, enough remdesivir and the monoclonal antibody treatments to go around. It's that the doctors just won't prescribe it.
That's a number that goes along with anything else.
It does. It goes with potatoes. It goes with you're basically your meat, your fish. It's not like a wine where you should go red or white depending on what the content is. It goes with the only thing it doesn't mix well at that number is with asparagus. You want to, asparagus all by itself. Although that number will make your urine smell funny.
Including the vaccines when you think about it, as well as we've done.
Yeah, when you think about it, you know what goes better with a vaccine on the side is a treatment for a disease the vaccine's supposed to fix.
Done with the vaccines. When you hear 85%, people find that one hard to believe. But you
Yeah, I find it hard to believe because it's bullshit and it's not actually true, and you've been saying the same goddamn number for months.
look at the stats and you see
I did look at the stats. Look at the fucking stat. He hasn't looked at a stat, and this is what we're finding out. This asshole hasn't looked at a stat since friggin' what, July?
what's happening.
Since whatever hit the bottom, whenever it hit that 85% from April.
And you look at other countries, they're having tremendous difficulties in Europe, tremendous, relatively
Tremendous.
beyond what we're having. They're having them all over the world. But this will vanquish the problem, this horrible scourge, as I call it.
We've done it. We've got all of them. He has finally said scourge in every room in the White House. It's scourge, asshole. Scourge, not scourge. He did it.
But this will
Scourge!
vanquish the problem, this horrible scourge, as
God damn it. Scourge.
I call it the China virus, because
You call it a scourge is what you do.
that's where it came from. And the virus has really
Tell us the story. Bring us back. It came from China, and then what happened?
been looked at and studied all over the world, and our scientists, our industrial and economic mobilization has been like nobody else in the world could have done.
No, I mean, arguably you could argue that since the UK beat us to it, and they already started vaccinating people. The first person to get vaccinated is in England.
And it's very important that we share that with others and other nations. I've worked and invoked the Defense Production Act over 100 times to manufacture essential supplies in the United States, despite the grim projections from the media 8 months ago where they said this was impossible. They actually said, and you saw that a little bit, but I could give you 2 hours worth of it. But they said it will never happen. You could never do it. It was a pipe dream.
Yeah, you didn't. The UK has started testing it on people. They've started giving it to people. But the United States does not have a vaccine available to everyone. You have not. It is now December 8th, and you have not got a released vaccine. It has not cleared FDA approval. It has not gone through that process yet. And now you are in a situation where it won't be available to most people till at least end of March, April.
But we did something that nobody thought was possible, and we also did it where no American who has needed a ventilator has been denied a ventilator.
They just had to. Oh God, they just had to share one with someone who had a worse viral load.
When this first came out, we weren't equipped for that. Nobody was equipped for that.
Why? Oh, because the Obama administration's ordered 19,000 ventilators, and you scuttled the deal the year before a pandemic hit the United States, and then you had to reorder those same ventilators, and they're not going to arrive till 2022.
And we're now making.
And you paid full price for them when the Obama administration had cut the price to a quarter of the asked price.
Ventilators, and we have all we need in this country, but we're sending them to countries all over the world. We're making
He's on muscle memory now.
Thousands and thousands of ventilators a month. The United States,
king of ventilators,
has also created the largest, most advanced, and most innovative testing program in the world by far. We've conducted over 200 million tests. Think of that, 200 million tests. More than all of the European Union combined.
And yet, we have more deaths per capita than most of the other industrialized countries. And like New Zealand and Australia have curtailed the disease, and we're not anywhere near the numbers that they, or even South Korea, are doing.
It's not even close.
It isn't.
Just 10 months ago, none of these innovations even existed. The tremendous progress that we've made is tested.
Well, yeah, because you weren't fighting a disease that you. Yes, there is currently no cure for Flagen's disease. which won't appear till the year 2035. Why is there not already? What is the failure of the Trump administration that they do not have a cure for Flagen's disease?
Testament to what our nation is capable of. When America is faced with a challenge, we come through, and we always come through to overcome every hardship and
We come through, and then we overcome, and then we come quickly,
surmount every obstacle. And
often too quickly.
I think you'll be seeing that over the next few months. The numbers should skyrocket downward.
Well, he never ceases to amaze. Even with the shitty finger reading, he still, he pulls it out at the last minute, just when you thought this was going to be just absolute drudgery. Skyrocketing down.
You'll be seeing that over the next few months. The numbers should skyrocket downward. We are the most exceptional.
We are exceptional because only our country skyrockets downward.
Nation in the history of the world. Skyrocket downward. I think you'll be seeing that over the next few months. The numbers should skyrocket downward.
It's, it's almost like Rudy Giuliani's been giving him classes in how to, speak in a prosaic manner that grasps the depth of the analogy and really brings it home.
We are the most exceptional.
Skyrocketing downward.
Nation in the history of the world. Today we're on the verge of another American medical miracle. And that's what people are saying. People that aren't necessarily big fans of Donald Trump are saying, whether you like him or not, this is one of the greatest miracles in the history of modern day medicine.
Yeah, but you didn't have anything to do with that. There are more pharmacies, big pharma companies worldwide than there were doctors on the planet at one point. You can't take credit for time moving forward, living in 2020, having the genome of a disease posted online in January. That's what did this. God damn, this is dumb.
Or any other medicine, any other age of medicine.
Any other age of medicine totally beats vomitoriums. Way better than leeches. Like, leeches. Get out of here. Ignaz Semmelweis. Screw that guy.
This is one of the greatest miracles in the history of modern day medicine, or any other medicine, any other age of medicine.
Yeah, we're, guys, not only are we kicking ass now, but like, who the hell does Jonas Salk think he is, okay? Anybody can look at a moldy orange and say, inject me with that, it burns when I pee. Who wouldn't think that immediately? Any age of medicine, Chinese acupuncture for 3,000 years. Shut up.
American companies were the first to produce a verifiably safe and effective vaccine. Together we will defeat them.
And why'd they produce it in Belgium, near the UN? You don't actually trust that, do you? Half the techs there are speaking Finnish, the other half are speaking French. That's not America.
The virus, and we will soon end the pandemic, and we will save millions and millions of lives.
And I want credit for saving those lives, not all the medical technicians and the people who came up with it, and
both in our country and all over the world, and we've already started.
I am the savior of the earth. I am God made whole. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to fly to Israel, have the Temple on the Mount rebuilt, and declare myself God within it so that all the Jews can be slaughtered on Armageddon. Cool? Cool. Okay, everybody.
Thank you again to every person here today, and
well, not every person.
For the incredible achievements that you've done. You're going to be very proud of this day, and you're going to be very proud of this period of time.
Yeah, the whole period of time. I'm proud of like most Wednesday to Saturday couplings of days.
Because nobody thought this was possible. Nobody thought it was even remotely possible to.
No, a lot of people thought it was remotely possible, but it wasn't something you could promise. And it certainly isn't available.
do what we've done in a period of less than 9 months, something that just not even thinkable.
It's not even, guys, it's not even thinkable. Let's see. New window. Let's grab this over here. Let me grab this little guy right here and go. H1N1 vaccine development timeline. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. With H1N1, it was harder to get vaccines to adults than it was to children. In spite of the hurdles, the CDC estimated that from October 2009 through May 2010, 27% of Americans over the age of 6 months were vaccinated against H1N1, including 34% of high-priority groups. So, yeah. Six to 9 months, essentially. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Second thing. Where is ours? We strike it in there. And this thing. Outbreak happens. Let's see. Okay, so here it is. Here's the timeline. April 17th, 2009. April 17th, 2009. That would be midway through the lockdown in terms of COVID-19. Okay? That's a new H1N1 virus is detected in the U.S. That's when it was first detected, April 17th. CDC begins working on developing a virus called a candidate vaccine virus that could be used to make the vaccine to protect against this new virus. April 25th, the World Health Organization declares a public health emergency of international concern. June 11th, 2009, WHO officially declares the new 2009 H1N1 outbreak a pandemic. So June 11th. 2009 CDC begins complex and multifaceted response to H1N1 pandemic, which lasts more than a year. 2009 physicians use point-of-care rapid immunoassay tests to provide influenza results within 15 minutes or anything. October 5th, 2009, June, July, August, September, October, the first doses of monovalent H1N1 pandemic vaccine are administered. 5 months. Just saying. As far as the whole, nobody could even imagine that this thing could actually happen. It happened. No one even could think it would be possible to have it happen. Of course, Trump doesn't want to talk about that because it was Obama's first year in office, and still, even dealing with a pandemic took him 5 months. But please tell us how it would have taken 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, probably 20.
And we took a lot of heat when we said this is our goal, and we frankly weren't even quite using the numbers that we used. We far exceeded what we thought. If we would have said sometime next year, I think most people would have said that would be great. That would be.
It is sometime next year. That's when it will be broadly available.
A miracle. But we did it long before sometime next year. So now I want to.
Most people are going to get it sometime next year.
Ask several leaders who have been crucial in this effort to join me on stage as I sign the executive order to ensure that American citizens have first priority to receive American vaccines, and then we're going to be working with other countries all over the world, and I think we'll be able to start doing that almost immediately also, because we have millions of doses coming in. So thank you very much. Thank you. It's a great honor.
You know, while the Brits are actually injecting people, I think that the important thing is signing an executive order that says we'll get our vaccine first, even though other people are already getting it.
Thank you.
Look at my big box of pens. Listen to him breathing heavy.
So, let's see here. I guess we have to do our vice president. Right?
And here, pass out the pens, will you? Have a pen. A pen? I raided the gift shop.
Really well. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Get up. There you go. Hold it. Look what I did. This is my wait till, don't take a picture until I'm making my Churchill face.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Any questions, please?
Yes, please ask him a question. He's not looking forward to them.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Look at the puff of the comb over these days.
Any questions, please? Question? Yes, please.
It's clearly a success, this vaccine. I'm wondering, though, what your message is to the American people, given all of the increasing cases right now, about what they should do over Christmas and the hardship that they're all facing as this virus does get worse.
Yeah, well, CDC puts out their guidelines, and they're very important guidelines, but I think that the vaccine was our goal. That was number one, because that was the way it ends. Plus, you do have an immunity. You develop immunity over a period of time. And
Oh wait, hold on 1 second. I need this so that I can. I need him to break that down for me again. Run that by me again.
it was the way it ends. Plus, you do have an immunity. You develop immunity over a period of time. And I hear we're close to 15%. I'm hearing.
No, back up.
Because that was the way. I think that the vaccine. Their guidelines, and they're very important guidelines. But I think that the vaccine was our goal. That was number one, because that was the way. It was the way it ends. Plus, you do have an immunity. You develop immunity over a period of time. And I hear we're close to 15%. I'm hearing that, and that is terrific. That's a very powerful vaccine in itself. And just tremendous progress has been made. One of the reasons we do show so many, and I say this, and I've been saying it for a long time, so many cases is because of the fact that we have 200 million tests, and you take, I think India is actually in second place with just a fraction of that number. So we're
by the way,
many times greater than the second
Still saying the same numbers that he said all along.
country, and India has 1.4
He says immunity is a vaccine because you can't get it again in theory.
billion people.
But tell that to people who get shingles from chickenpox. And can you imagine a from chickenpox to shingles version of COVID as you know it now getting as bad as shingles, but inside your lungs?
Where our testing program has been incredible. And we actually are also coming out with new tests very shortly that will make the process even easier. And you won't need doctors necessarily to do the tests. So we have some incredible tests coming out in a very short period of time. Yeah, please.
Some of these scientific officials here in this room have encouraged Americans not to travel this holiday season, not to go to large gatherings. Across the street, you've been holding holiday parties with hundreds of people, many not wearing masks. Why are you modeling a different behavior to the American people than what your scientists tell them?
Well, they're Christmas parties, and frankly,
That's why. They're Christmas parties. That's why. Why are you modeling a different behavior than you would suggest other people to do? Well, they're Christmas parties. I mean, don't be an asshole.
we've reduced the number very substantially, as you know. And I
Of Christmas parties?
see a lot of people at the parties wearing masks. I mean, I would say that I look out at the audience at those parties, and we have a lot of people wearing masks, and I think that's a good thing. Yeah, please, over here, go ahead.
The next administration will be the one ultimately that implements a lot of the distribution of this vaccine and will oversee much of the future of the way Operation Warp Speed goes forward. Why not include members of the Biden transition team as part of this summit that you're hosting today?
Well, we're going to have to see who the next administration is, because we won in those swing states, and there was terrible things that went on. So we're going to have to see who the next administration is. But
The next administration is the Biden administration. He's living in a fantasy world. And by the way, just bringing up what some of the folks in our chat room had mentioned, this is kind of important. Just saying. Supreme Court rejects Republican challenge to Pennsylvania vote. In one sentence order, the court refused to overturn election results that had already been certified and submitted. It's down here. This is from the last month. There was a Philadelphia court that had rejected it. And then let's see, Wisconsin Supreme Court said they would not block a ruling from their Pennsylvania case. They're dragging this out into a full story. Let's see. Okay, so in urging the justices not to intercede, lawyers for the state said Republicans' requests were an affront to constitutional democracy. Petitioners asked this court to undertake one of the most dramatic, disruptive invocations of judicial power in the history of the republic. They wrote, no court has ever issued an order nullifying a governor's certification of presidential election results. They added, in the event of as the court was dismissing the Pennsylvania case on Tuesday, okay, blah, blah. Legal experts called the suit preposterous. It looks like we have a new leader in the craziest lawsuit filed to purportedly challenge the election category, said Stephen Vladek, a law professor at the University of Texas. The Constitution gives the Supreme Court original jurisdiction to hear disputes in which a state shall be party. In such cases, the Supreme Court acts like a trial court, appointing a special master to hear evidence and issue recommendations. Though the Constitution seems to require the court to hear cases brought by states, the court has ruled that it has discretion to turn them down, as it often does. Where was their actual ruling? It's up here. Arizona Supreme Court, Pennsylvania Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's order was all of one sentence, and there were no dissents, but it was nonetheless a major setback. Okay, here's the actual order itself. This is it. If you wanted to see a single-page description of the end of Donald Trump's presidency, that's it. Holy smokes. Like, they talk about, like, they can't even be bothered. Tuesday, December 8, 2020, order in pending case, Kelly Mike et al. V. Pennsylvania et al. They're just like, fuck it. The application for injunctive relief presented to Justice Alito and by him referred to the court is denied. The rest of this is how much they care about the argument that Trump's lawyers made and the Pennsylvania Republicans made. That's so gorgeous. I mean, talk about framing it's not a bad idea. I have to say, I'm going to keep this document because it's a pretty in a couple of dozen years, that's going to be a pretty obscure piece of paper to have framed on a wall. And like, what the hell is this? Oh, this is the case where Alito and all the other Republicans and appointed justices on the Supreme Court told Trump to go pound sand. That is amazing. Just that. That's all they get. So, anyways, on and on with the Trump. What's Trump?
Whichever the next administration is.
Whichever. I mean, really.
Will really benefit by what we've been able to do with this incredible science, the doctors, all of the people that came up, the lab technicians, the work that's been done is incredible, and it will be incredible for the next administration, and hopefully the next administration will be the Trump administration.
Then it wouldn't be the next, would it, dummy? He keeps painting himself into that corner where he admits it and then he has to back off admitting it because he realizes, oh shit, I'm raising money on this.
Because you can't steal hundreds of thousands of votes.
They didn't.
You can't have fraud and deception and all of the things that they did and then slightly win a swing state. And you just have to look at the numbers, look at what's been on tape, look at all the corruption, and we'll see. You can't win an election like that. So hopefully the next administration will be the Trump administration.
Well, you wouldn't be the next. You would just be a continuance of yours. He keeps saying that. It's the weirdest thing.
Continue.
Like, he actually thinks he's going to be 46 if he could stay in office.
Which has led us to the highest stock markets we've ever had, the best employment numbers.
Yeah, the stock market went 30,000 after the transition began. Just saying. Who's doing that? I don't even know.
We've ever had a rebuilt military. If you look at
Unless you, of course, veto the NDAA, and then it's kind of a moot point, isn't it?
the tax reductions are the greatest in history.
No, they're not. Not even close.
The regulation reductions, the greatest in history. It leads us to Space Force, which nobody thought was possible.
Yeah, so it was the lack of regulations that led to Space Force. What?
All of the things we've done, and we were rewarded with a victory. Now let's see whether or not somebody has the courage, whether it's a legislator or legislatures, or whether it's a justice of the Supreme Court or a number of justices of the Supreme Court. Let's see if they have the courage to do what everybody in this country knows is right. I received almost 75 million votes, the highest number of votes in the history of our country for a sitting president, 12 million more than the 63 million we received 4 years ago, 12 million more than the 63 million we received 4 years ago.
And Joe Biden still beat you by 7 million votes, the number that I personally called.
President Obama received 3 million less in his second term, and he won easily. I received...
Yeah, but he was running against Mitt Romney, and people felt it was closer to being a toss-up. Thanks, Chris.
12 million more, which, by the way, is a record. 12 million more. And
You know what's also a record? Biden's win on all fronts.
They say that when the numbers came out, and the numbers came through machines, and all of those ballots were taken away and added, all you have to do is
Count all the ballots.
turn on your local television set, and you'll see what happened with thousands of ballots coming out from under tables, with all of the terrible things you saw. All you have to do is take a look.
All you have to do is look at it. Don't listen. Don't watch the whole thing. Don't pay attention to the actual details. Just take a glance at it and then just hear them say out loud, "There's just thievery, stolen." Just say, let them say that. Just hear those words. Remember my words. And then just take a glance at the videos. Just turn on your TV set and then turn it right back off. Don't actually watch them break down every minute of the video like I did.
And if somebody has the courage,
I have the courage. I'm here every day.
I know who the next administration will be.
It's the Biden administration.
And I'll tell you what, life will be much easier for this country because of what we've done right now, and because of a lot of the people.
I mean, letting a bunch of people die, because those people were really a drag, weren't they? Older, comorbidities, brown, they're just not, they're definitely, it's a meritocracy, right? You don't want those people ruining the economy and all that kind of stuff.
In this room, the job you've done on the vaccine, together with a lot of others.
Yeah, CVS, Walgreens, you guys kicked ass on this.
Has been a modern day miracle, and it's really been acknowledged as such. And I want to thank you. I want to give you my love.
Ew.
And
I want you to squeeze the lemon, let the juice run down my leg.
I want to give you my thanks because you're very
In what order?
special people. And now, good luck. You distribute that, General, and really set records, okay? Set records just like we've been doing for 4 years. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Record number of lies, you mean? Jesus. Young men, there's no need to hand job. Like, look at that. He can't even not do it. Like, that's muscle memory too. Clap, 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 hand, clap, 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 clap. For you. Clap, clap, clap. For you. Point. Good job. Clap, clap, clap. Hand job. Squirt right in my eye and leave. Okay, I'm done with this bullshit. That's it. Nobody else gets to talk. He's just and did you guys see him leave Dan Gables out there? We didn't even cover that part of it. He just wandered off. Here, I'll show you that before we leave for the evening. It's been a late night, so hold on. Trump leaves Dan Gables. It'll come right up. I have no doubt. And it's the Independent, and then I'll have a copy of the video. Where is it? I gotta do it on the YouTube video, you crazies. Videos. There you go. We'll go to Aaron. He's good people. Here we go. Commentary. There we go. So here we go. We'll go back to this, and then watch this. So he signs this thing, and then.
Mr. President, one more question about the inauguration. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dan.
On Bill Barr, sir.
Just leaves.
Congratulations.
He's gone.
He's gone.
One more question about the inauguration.
He's just gone.
Thank you very much.
Anything on Bill Barr, sir?
Seriously, this is one of those moments where how do they not play the Curbed theme right after that?
Congratulations.
He's gone.
He's gone. Well, there he goes. The Loeffler bot one. What's that? Loeffler bot. Where she actually just goes total. Yeah, hold on. I don't know. Everybody was, by the way, saying that this string of hair or whatever was going on here was a wire feeding her information. Yeah. Curious that. Which piece was this?
That we got in 2016. And we thought that if we could get 68
Oh,
million.
yeah, that was that part. We watched that before. Kelly Loeffler. I'll find it. Honest to God. Hold on.